Hello.
Hello.
Wow, welcome back, everyone. This is episode 125 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make a hype.
Hype. It's hype.
Wow, it's hype.
That's
It
right.
is hype. Yes. I'm your host, Veronica Vo, and I'm joined by Harrison No. He's over there drinking some coffee.
Hello.
Me too, also drinking some coffee.
Wow.
Wow. And if you're new here, we both just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. But also, we're trying to clean up our never-ending backlog. But not today. It's a little different today. Because some would say, it's two people conversing.
Like NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo spell right above my head.
Wow. Genius. Absolute
Bless.
genius.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You can watch every episode on YouTube or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. We're everywhere. We're on Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon. I just know those four.
That's fair. Me too.
We're just everywhere. But in this episode, it's going to be a little different. Something different. We're just going to be talking about my Japan trip from October.
Because she's super weeb.
Yeah, super weeb, extra weeb. So this episode, you actually don't need to do anything, finish anything, read anything.
Sit back and relax.
Sit back and relax with your coffee as I talk about my Japan trip. This was my honeymoon, a very delayed one. But we finally went.
Yeah.
For 2 full weeks. I was out of this country for like 2 full weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Because I'll be the one asking questions at this point, right? Honestly.
Yeah.
When you mention 2 weeks, I know some people will say this, but when you say 2 weeks, you mean 14 or 10 days?
14.
14.
Yeah.
Because I've heard some people say 14 specifically when they say go to Japan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. That was actually the recommended stay that a lot of people have said, that you should stay 2 full weeks. And it was really cool. Like, the flight there was so long. It was 14 hours and it felt like it was like 36.
I was going to ask, so with that, because getting there, right? Have you ever been out of the country in that fashion?
Yeah.
I forget. Right? You've been to
Yes.
Europe, I think that's what it was.
Been to Europe, been to Asia.
But was Europe that long?
Europe is not that long. Europe is about 8 hours.
Okay.
But it's because Asia flights are horrible because Asia's a day ahead of US.
Right. Yeah, you have to time it in a
You
sense.
have to time it
That's
in a
right.
sense. So it was really interesting because we left on a Monday, but we didn't arrive to Japan until a Tuesday in the afternoon.
Yep.
So it was basically like a 24-hour trip.
Yeah. It throws you out of it.
Yeah, it really did throw us
Throws you off.
loop. Yeah. But yeah, so we arrived to Tokyo. We went to Haneda, which is the main airport. There's 2. But this one's like the main one where it's like closer to the city.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's where we arrived. We stayed. So I'm just going to go down the list of how long we stayed in each city, and then we'll just like, you can ask the questions from there.
Okay. All right.
So we stayed in Tokyo, total of 5 days. 4 at the beginning, and then 1 at the end.
Okay.
Kyoto was 3 days. Nara was a half day.
Okay.
Yeah. Osaka was 2 days, and then Hakone was 1 day, 1 night. So
Wow. All right.
I know, it was a long trip.
Dang. All right. So with that, how light did you pack? Or I guess I've heard you had to pack light. Did you pack light for this?
I did pack light going there, and then Uniqlo got me at the beginning of the trip, and then it was no longer a light pack.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it was like, I was originally going to go to Japan thinking I'd come back with like a full suitcase, like an extra suitcase. And then as like the trip went on, I saw people struggling to like carry their stuff because you literally have to walk everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
To and from like subway stations or like bus stops, the Shinkansen stations. And I literally looked at my husband and I was like, I take it back. I'm not bringing back a lot.
Yeah, I think, because I feel like that's the case whenever you go on a big trip like this, and it's like, especially with Japan, and considering how many like anime weeb friends we have, it's like, oh,
you just want to bring back.
You want to bring back
stuff.
something, right?
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to this, if it's your first time, I always think it's fine where you don't.
Yeah.
And it's like, because the trip should be for you, right? You're the one that is paying for it.
Yeah.
That's why when you asked, you're like, what do you want me to bring? I was like, I don't know. Because I personally don't know. I feel bad when I do that kind of stuff when it's your first time.
Yeah.
But.
And this was our first time. And it was just like, never mind. I'm just going to bring back like a t-shirt or something. I mean, your wife requested a couple things. So I got her like lotion and like mascara. But that was like light to like.
Yeah, it's like small skincare stuff. So it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. But yeah, I brought a lot. Uniqlo really got me because they have like collabs with just like Japan only stuff. And it's a lot of like anime t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah,
I should have worn mine too.
No, I should have just brought it out even, but because you got my wife you got my wife a Luffy one.
Yes.
And it looked really cool.
Yeah.
The design's really cool. And then I got the bleach
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 13 Squad 13.
Yes. I had to.
Her headphones were acting up.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, that's good hope. You mentioned travel, like the subway and everything. How was that? Because that
was what we were scared of the most.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, before the trip, everyone that's been there, they're like, oh yeah, you should just follow Google Maps. And so we were like, what? But as you're in Japan, Google Maps turns, into like everything into like Japanese, and like all the timing's correct. You just literally have to follow what Google Maps says.
Oh, so they were serious. Okay.
Oh no, they were serious, yeah. But Japanese people are so efficient that it's like, if you're even late by like 10 seconds, you're missing that train. You're missing that bus.
100%.
Yeah. They're just so efficient. Like, they're on the dot with everything. Everything will arrive on time. And if it's delayed, they'll even tell you by the minute how long it's delayed. They're like 3-minute delayed, or like 5 minutes delayed. And then they'll even tell you why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like, they'll say like 5 minutes delay due to like inspection. That was like the most like known thing, was like inspection. Or like cleaning even, because they clean these trains and buses and like by the hour, I feel like.
See, that's good though. Yeah. Because it's always the assumption in the US, like, oh, they probably clean it at the end of the day, and they probably clean it at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, but like they like clean it.
Yeah.
No, so it was really cool. It's really intimidating during peak hours, especially when people are going to work. So like the beginning of the day, so like 7 to 9 was really peak hours in the morning, and then like 4 to 6 p.m. was like nighttime.
Yeah.
But it was very like, interesting to see.
Okay.
Japanese people are really shy. So they don't like looking at you in the eye, because as Americans, we're just like eye contact. That's what we're really known for. And then like they don't smile when they talk, so it's just like really like they're very monotone about it, but like at the same time they're really nice.
Yes.
And polite. But yeah, the subways are really quiet. Like, you like should not be talking, and if you do, it's like a whisper. Same with the buses. Yeah, they're really respectful.
Can't imagine in New York.
I know. They're really respectful to like pregnant women, the elderlies, children, kids at like the age of 5. They like roam around them by themselves. Which could never happen in the US. No, but they will, those children will like walk to school on their own. It's really cute to see. I had baby fever for like half a day, and then my husband's like, get it out of your system now. Look at these cute kids now. Because you won't see them again.
Goddamn. So I know you kind of went through where you stayed. How was traveling in between, and then with luggage wise and all that, and then How was like the accommodate, like, you know, where you stayed at, like
where
the
we stayed
accommodations
at.
have
Oh
been?
yeah. So what's really cool is that you could ship your luggage from hotel to hotel. Like they ship it for you.
Oh.
And it's like through a third party vendor basically, but like through the hotel. And it was like for 2 like carry-on luggage, like the small one, for the both of us was about, I think we averaged at like $30 US to ship it
that's not
overnight. Yeah.
That's
So
not
what we
terrible.
did was that from Tokyo to Kyoto, we shipped from hotel to hotel. And so we needed like an overnight bag basically of like toiletries and like extra clothes. So that's what I brought. And it's really nice because going through the Shinkansen station in Tokyo was an absolute adventure. Let me just say that. Because it's so big. It literally has like almost all the main line subways on top of the Shinkansen, and then it has bus stops and stuff, and I'm like, oh, there's so many people here, and you're just like sardined in when you like get into the Shinkansen entrance.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think like the hotels that we stayed at were relatively close to a lot of main like subway stations. So it was really nice. But I think the only one that I was really concerned about was Kyoto, because I think we stayed in like the suburbs basically, and not like within Kyoto. But yeah, Shinkansen is fast. Let me tell you that.
Speaking of, so I know with the system, I heard that they changed like how I think the card works and how much the money changed. Did that really affect you in a sense, or?
Not really. No.
Okay.
So like the Suica card is what you use for like subways and buses.
Yeah.
And I think the most you could put in it was 20,000 yen, which is 200 USD.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was nice. I think we got lucky because the JR pass, it was increasing the day we left for Tokyo. So we purchased it right before everything doubled.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
so you guys got
So
lucky. Okay.
we
okay.
just got lucky in that sense.
Okay. So I guess next time that'll probably be different.
Oh, next time it'll just be really expensive.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah, I know. The JR pass, we got the 7-day because we weren't going like city to city the moment we like landed in Tokyo. So I think that was like the advantage of like just getting the 7-day pass versus like 14-day pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I know you went to like different cities. You want to give like a highlight of each one?
Ooh, yes. Tokyo. Okay, I'm gonna describe the 3 main cities as siblings.
All right.
Tokyo is okay. All of Japan's really safe. That's what I'll say. Like you can walk around at the middle of the night. Me as a woman, go to a convenience store by yourself, and you could come back and like you wouldn't feel like unsafe or anything. It's extra safe there. Tokyo's the uptight sibling, older sibling. It's the version that New York City wanted and couldn't have.
Damn.
Yeah. Kyoto is that middle child that kept the culture, like the actual culture of Japan. And it's not forgotten, but like when you get there, there's temples and shrines everywhere. And it's just like pebble, like stones, steps that you have to take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Osaka is that wild younger sibling that the delinquents were out and about, as my husband would like to say. So
funny.
they each had their own like tone.
Uh-huh.
And I was really surprised about Osaka, but we didn't stay there long enough to like truly explore Osaka, because one of the 2 days was Universal Studios.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
So,
That's right.
And our apartment, because we didn't get in a hotel, but we actually got like an apartment, was towards the back of the red light district, and that was so interesting to walk by.
Wow.
Let me tell you.
That's interesting. That's funny.
My husband was like, "Oh yeah, I booked this here," and I was like, "This is like near where we shouldn't be." And he goes, "No, we're like 3 blocks over or something." And then when
Still
we
close
arrived
enough,
to
huh?
yeah, we arrived to Osaka, and I was like, "No, we're like right there." I was like, "Yeah, this feels safe, doesn't it?"
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Yeah, what's really interesting is that prostitution is legal in Japan. Like 100% legal.
Yeah.
Like no shame. Like you tell them you're going to like a love hotel or something, like they're like, "Okay." So that was cool.
That's so interesting. Okay.
Yeah. In Osaka, I don't know about Tokyo. Maybe they hit it a little better, the red light district in Tokyo, than they did in Osaka. Because in Osaka, they were like flaunting it a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
And then in Tokyo, they had like buses that had like, top 10 executive players. That's literally what they called them. I was laughing. Like,
That's
had their
funny.
faces, had their names, had their like ranking. And I was like, whatever makes you money.
Yeah.
Can't fault you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Uh,
But yeah, still, I think I felt still super safe, clean, as usual. I think Osaka was just a smidge dirtier than I would have liked it to be.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's kind of not surprising with where you were at.
Yeah. I was like, I felt like I was in the US again. It was just like all the delinquents were out. Like,
That's so funny.
people were just smoking wherever. Because in Japan, you have like a designated like smoking area.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was really cool. What I didn't have in my bingo card was that my husband became an influencer throughout this trip. And I guess, like, yeah, I'll do most of the editing on this, but, like, I'll show, like, clips
She'll
of
be
my husband.
editing this.
I was
yes.
like, But yeah.
What are you trying? You have to say you have to do your little hand thing. Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be trying yuzu and lemon soda.
You're so good at this.
Not my first time.
Smells like it. You like it?
Exactly what I expected. Yuzu soda, delicious. 2 thumbs up.
Husband approved.
And
Delicious.
there you have it, guys. 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
Try it.
Not in my bingo card. My husband,
He went all in.
he went all in.
It was funny.
It was great.
Man.
We did so many, like, convenience store stuff, like food. It was interesting.
Because they're all over, right? Like, it's just
yeah.
legitimately convenient.
Yeah, 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson were the 3 main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, really cool.
I know you mentioned those big 3, and then you said you went to a couple other places, right?
Yeah, we went to Nara
Yeah.
for the Nara Deer Park,
Did you get headbutted?
where I got headbutted. They're scary.
Yeah.
They're literally wild deers roaming that city day and night. And they
Yep.
sleep out there too.
Yep.
They're very scary. I did not buy the biscuits because I knew I was going to scream and run and step on poop. And my husband's like, we cannot be stepping on poop.
Well, I heard you got to target the smaller ones, right?
The headbutting still happened. I did not have biscuits.
but it doesn't. No, it's because you didn't have biscuits.
That's true, but they would headbutt you if you don't give it to them fast enough. The biscuit. But I had no
That's
biscuit.
true.
The deer bowed, and I was like, okay, I just took a video of you. That's cute. And then headbutt me.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Because you didn't tip.
Listen, I didn't want to tip.
Obviously, tipping culture is there. Come on.
There's no tipping culture there.
Well, the deer says otherwise.
The deer did say otherwise. But yeah, Nauru is really cool. It's known for its mochi too. So we went to this like really well-known mochi place where my husband was like, is it really good?
But
it's really good.
oh my gosh.
I proved him wrong.
Easy.
And then we went to Hakone, which is like it's a city based near Mount Fuji. So you can see Mount Fuji there.
Nice.
But we were there for the onsen.
Oh, that's right. You guys went to an onsen.
We went to an onsen.
Right.
A private one because we were too shy to go naked with other people.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably do that first, if anything. Yeah.
And that was like our most expensive stay because we also had like a private bath in our hotel.
Oh, that's so cool. That's right.
My husband went all out on that one.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's awesome.
It was really cool.
Man.
But yeah, both were really nice. Both had like quiet aesthetics.
Yeah.
Especially chill. Hakone.
Yeah.
Because that's where I feel like that city was like where all the old people like retired.
And
like stayed at. It was really cute.
Dang. Yeah. You mentioned you went to Universal?
I did.
How was that?
It was so fun.
Because I know they're trying to get. Oh, is it right now? It's like what, Super Mario? Oh, Jujutsu. That's right.
Look at this. Okay, so I had two.
Move it. No. Move it from your face. It's not in frame. There we go. Yeah.
So I had two. So I bought this one. Also,
I forgot about that one too.
It's Toad cooking.
Yeah.
I'll show some pictures of it on my head.
Yeah.
But then, towards the end of the day, I told my husband, I was like, I really want this. And he goes, the only reason why I'll buy you these is if you start wearing them on your podcast.
You gotta. Yeah.
So now I have to because look, it's Gojo and Todori. And their ears. It is really cute. So now I have to promise him and now I have to wear them during our anime.
Wow. Or the anime ones? All right.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. That's funny.
I do feel like I have to wear this one as well because it's really cute.
If only we streamed.
Oh, yeah. Look at him.
That's so funny.
That's
so funny.
But, I'll probably put in some pictures of, like, me wearing
Do you guys have, like, how was the ride and, like, the experience there?
It was, so here's the interesting thing. You buy the ticket online. So there's an admission ticket.
Yes.
And then separate from that is the Fast Pass. What's interesting about Japan's Universal Studio is that there's a selection of either a Fast Pass for 4 rides or for 7 rides.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got the 7-ride Fast Pass.
As one does, right?
As one does. And then there's lots of options. Like tons of options, and you just kind of have to pick one. And you have to go into those rides at that specific time that they give you. Okay. So what we did was that in the morning we went to Hogwarts. Yeah. And then evening was Super Mario, like Super Nintendo.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then the in between was like waiting in line for all the other rides. Which didn't feel long because Japan, like I said, Japan's really efficient.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like super efficient. I thought waiting in line an hour in the US was going to be a nightmare. An hour in Japan did not feel like an hour at all. It felt like 30 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Super fast.
Take notes.
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
Please.
They even had lockers there that you had to put your stuff in.
Oh,
like
nice.
one ride was called like the flying dinosaur. And like you could not have glasses on.
Yeah.
Or, like,
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess like it's weird. So they say they have lockers. Do you get to pay extra for that though?
No.
See, that's where I was getting at.
It's within the ride.
Because I feel like here, if you wanted to do that kind of stuff, you have to pay extra
No.
Like at Hogwarts here?
Yeah, I know. But it's free.
That's interesting. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There was one ride where you had to like pay like 100 yen, but you got that coin back when you unlock the door. So it's just kind of like an incentive to like, like put the money in now, put your stuff in, and when you get out of the ride, like you get it back.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
That was the only locker and the only ride that we had to like put money in.
dish
It
out
was a
extra
scary
money.
ride too.
Okay. Especially when you can't see.
Yeah. That was not fun. My husband, oh my God, I hate scary stuff. My husband made me walk through a haunted house on accident.
Oops.
Because he thought it was like a sitting ride, you know?
It was not.
It was not. It was an actual ride, and I almost punched one of the actors.
Oops.
It was one of those like haunted houses where like you had to wear 3D glasses because then that like throws you off, right? Whenever they like jump out. Nearly punch one of them. Nearly punch one. Maybe that's why I'm injured now, because I almost punched them.
I believe it. That's why.
Amusement park food there was really good.
Oh, of course.
Like,
of course it was.
Really, really good.
I feel like it's the case with like other countries, or at least Asian countries, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the case.
No, it was so good. It wasn't even overpriced.
Damn. That feels bad.
I know. Like we ate at like Jurassic Park area. So we ate at like this Jurassic Park like cafe.
Yeah.
And for the two of us, it was $20 for 2 meals, 2 drinks. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of food, all right, really quick. I've heard that food-wise, it's really cheap for us whenever we go.
It's really cheap for us.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. No tipping. You can't tip. Yen to USD is super, super cheap.
Yeah.
Like a Starbucks like drink that you can buy at a convenience store is $1.50 USD. Yeah.
That's how it used to be.
That's how it used to be. Like our most expensive meal was like $90 USD. Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like, some things I expect you to be like, oh, this costs this amount. I think when you were talking, I'm like, I can already imagine how it would be here. Like,
yeah. Like
let's
an
say the fast
omakase
pass, right? Yeah. Oh,
was
yeah,
like we stumbled upon one on accident, which was really great.
That's cool.
That was like our most expensive one.
Yeah.
90 USD for 2 people.
Yeah, it's a split like 45. Yeah.
So in the
It's
US,
like a really nice steak dinner.
Yeah. In the US, an omakase is like 130 per person.
Yep, that's about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Like Universal Studios, the admission only was $120 for 2 people. In the US, that's 1 person. It's basically 120 per person. And then on top of that, the fast pass was expensive. Because it was like 300 total. So each person was like,
dang.
Yeah. But if you add a fast pass here in the US, like each person is going to be like 500 each, I swear. Like Disney World is so expensive.
Yeah. The fast pass already would like make your ticket price like double.
Yeah.
More than double. So
Yeah.
I haven't gone recently, so I don't remember. But
super cheap. In my opinion, everything was really cheap.
that's cool. Damn.
Yeah.
Let me see. We talked about, because I wanted to talk about food, travel, how you stayed. Did you have a favorite city, actually?
I would say Kyoto.
Kyoto?
Kyoto was my favorite. It was quiet. It was quaint. It was like casual. The culture was there. The culture stayed. So you'd see a lot of like temples and shrines.
Yeah.
Which was really cool to see. Yeah, I think Kyoto.
That's cool. Dang. Okay. So between the two of us, Veronica is the one that does a lot more adventurous traveling.
Yeah.
Me and my wife.
I'm
is
always
like,
gone.
like, yeah, she's gone. Like, if we have a break,
It's because of me.
70% her, 25% me.
But yours is for
if
work.
if I'm gone, it's work or
It's
nothing
for
fun.
Yeah.
It's really what it is.
When I'm gone, I'm like, gone.
God.
I'm like,
But
bye.
so with that compared to like other places, I know I saw you mentioned how you went to Europe and all that. In comparison to other places, is it better or worse in your opinion? Like when you
It's
had to
way
deal with
better.
stuff. Yeah. Like I think it's the efficiency, right?
It's
that
the
you keep
efficiency.
talking about.
They
Okay.
are so efficient. You queue
Like-
up for everything.
Oh, nice.
You
Okay.
line up for everything. Lunch, dinner, breakfast, buses, the subway. There's a designated like spot where you just line up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dang. Because like I know like because we talked about like in Europe you've had to use the train, right?
Yeah.
At some points, right? Or is it
Went
flights?
to Rome.
Yeah. And I feel like that could have been a disaster too, on a different like for different reasons, right?
For different reasons,
yeah.
Europe is fun, I think.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of people trying to like pickpocket you. That's the issue with Europe.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
they like to pickpocket you.
Yep.
In Japan, I usually never bring a tote anywhere like that's like open
Yeah.
or like doesn't have a zipper. But in Japan, I was just like walking around with a tote, like I
That's
had no care.
So I know there's like this huge craze with like our friend group or like friends of friends, and I just see a lot of people going to Japan like this year. Period.
Everyone's going
because one,
to
it just opened up recently,
Yeah,
right? So it
fully.
just makes sense. It fully open.
Yeah.
And I just see a bunch of like I still see friends going. Like I think one of
Yeah.
your bridesmaids just went
Yep.
or is.
No, she
Just went
just
or
went.
is?
She just came back. She
She
came
just
back.
yeah. And then like another one of like my wife's friends is there now. And it's just I keep seeing people go and I'm like, dang, it's making me
That's-
want to go.
Now you have to go.
No, and one of her other friends, one of my wife's bridesmaids went earlier this year, and they're like, everyone says the same thing where it's like, it's just safe.
No,
Like,
it's super safe.
like they're like, we already are planning to go back because of how nice. Because I think it's the same idea as you. They did all the touristy stuff first, right?
Yeah.
But then the second time, they're like thinking of like exploring, like going more local.
Oh
if
no,
anything.
I'm already thinking about this next Japan trip.
Damn.
My husband and I are like, oh yeah, now we got all the touristy stuff out of the way. We could just go do
Yeah.
what like Japanese people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And check out like the local like shops.
Yeah,
or,
check
like, all
out-
this. Yeah.
Yeah, so like my husband's the planner. He's like the type A personality.
Yes.
As you
When it comes to
all have
planning, it's him.
known, he's the
It's him.
planning. He's the scheduler.
Yep.
Out of the two of us. That's why I married him, because who else is gonna plan my stuff? Not me.
The balance.
You had to balance. So
I
a lot of
will.
our meals were like, we didn't have a place to go. We just would like, we had like a list of like things that we wanted to try, and so
Uh-huh.
we'd be like, oh, okay, what's near the area that we're in. But let me see. We've tried a lot of things. Ooh,
Yeah.
Kobe beef is so good.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Okay.
it's so good. The marbling
Oh.
is great.
Oh. Oh, I know that's
So
on my
great.
list. It's been on my list.
Udon is really good over there. Udon and soba
oh, I'm sure.
is so good.
I'm sure.
So good. Cocoa curry is really good.
So Coco Curry, like the place, right?
Yeah.
There's one in Dallas. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, there is one in Dallas.
It just
Yeah.
opened recently too, so I'm like,
Yeah.
that's like the closest thing I'll get unless I go to Japan or Cali, I guess. But
Or Cali, yeah. Matcha drinks. Not a lot of boba places, but they love their matcha.
I'm not surprised. I
Yeah.
don't think I ever encountered a boba spot that's also Japanese unless it was fusion.
Yeah. And I think I only saw 2 places
Mm-hmm.
boba wise there.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm not going to Japan for boba, honestly.
Oh, yeah, no.
Even though, yeah.
Go
so-
there for the matcha.
Yeah.
The
That's-
matcha soft
that's-
serve.
'cause that's
the
my
matcha
wife.
mochi.
Yes.
The matcha drinks. Listen, they'll
Yeah.
mix matcha with like everything.
I've seen them
Coffee,
just do
Orange
everything.
juice,
They'll put the powder in.
chocolate.
Yeah.
It's with everything.
Yeah. It's cool.
It was a dream. Yakitori's really good there. We went in Kyoto And Kyoto was like had the least amount of English speakers there.
But of course.
So we went to the spot. We kind of just like found it. It was like a mom and pop. Yeah,
mom and pop.
Yeah. And this guy was like, not a lick of English. And I was like, oh no.
You have to do the whole Google Translate thing?
Yeah. And then my husband started pointing, but he was actually counting. And so we actually got a bigger meal out of it. But it was so good. It's like made fresh.
That's 1, 2.
Yeah,
3.
he was like counting.
He's like, okay.
Yeah, and then the guy was just like, okay, you want a lot of this. And then he like served us more, and I was like, I think when you were counting, he was like adding it up.
Dang.
No, but it was really
ball
good.
There. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
Super good.
That's cool.
Made fresh. It was great.
Man. Oh, this sounds so cool. I'm jealous.
Onigiri
already.
there is really good.
Of course it is.
Like convenience store versus like mom and pop, both really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it just seems so flexible traveling to Japan.
Oh,
like
yeah.
from what I've heard, it just seems flexible like for like certain any type of traveler, right?
Oh yeah.
Man.
I think the longest ride there, I think from Tokyo to Kyoto was a bullet train, Shinkansen, and it was just 2 hours. So travel is like really easy there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Dang.
Kyoto to Nara was a limited express train, and that was 30
Yeah.
minutes there and back.
I've just learned anywhere outside the US, like our perception of how long a trip should be or is totally different
Oh yeah.
everywhere else.
Yeah.
But
It was crazy.
wow.
But I brought home a couple things for myself, which was stickers.
She did get me one too.
I did. Look at this one. It's
Oh,
Smoker.
dude, that's cool. Wait,
I know.
show me. Show
Hold
me
on.
some more. Hold on.
Smoker
On clay.
on clay.
Oh, is it? Did you get both? Oh, okay.
I did get both. There's more.
Yeah.
I have more. Bleach. Demon Slayer.
Nice,
Shiva.
nice.
Look who it is.
Oh my god.
Wait, but I keep getting more. There's Ace. There's my favorite boys from Haikyuu.
Oh, yeah. And then
was cute.
Renji. Nice.
Renji.
That's funny.
I know. I got you and your wife one.
Yeah. I don't know what she put hers. I know mine is this one. I got all mine. That's pretty cool. I'm debating if I put it on my PC or not, but we'll see.
Yes, the answer is yes. I didn't bring home a lot of stuff, but I did bring home like a couple items. Like,
Yeah.
I got this. It's a Starbucks.
Oh, that's
Reserve.
right. Your Starbucks. Yeah.
It's cool. It has the spot where the reserve is.
Oh, that is cool.
So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was $16. In the US, this is like 30.
Oh, that'd be 30. Yeah, I was like,
This
that's
would be like
$30 or
30.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. So I got sunscreen, but it's not like your typical like liquid.
It's the stick one, right?
It's the stick one. And you literally just like put it on your face.
I've heard of this, and I'm like, dude,
really
I would
cool.
be converted to this too.
Dude, I am converted.
I'm bad about sunscreen, so I'm like, if I had a stick.
And this feels really nice. It's really nice.
Damn.
And then I got this, and it's for my baby hairs. Obviously, I've used it. But yeah, it like keeps your hair down and neat, which I need.
Nice.
And then I got a Nivea chapstick, which is really cool because it's like the winding one. And I know the winding one in the US is like a little baby one, but this one's like actual like.
That's
grip.
cool.
There's grip on
efficiency.
this. There's grip on this.
Man, it's
I know.
funny. I think last thing, because just in case time wise, unless you want to add anything else.
I don't think I have anything
So,
else to add.
because I was just gonna ask, this is for viewers and or mostly me. All right, quick tips. What
Quick
what would you say?
tips
Like, what would you recommend to do for certain things, right?
for
After going your
Suica, I would say just put the max $200, $200 USD dollars. I think towards the end of our trip, we kept adding in like 10, $20, but like that would like go away in like a day and a half. Because you have to like put the card in when you go into the subway and then when you leave.
Oh, when you leave too?
Yeah. And when you leave. So it does add up.
Oh, okay. So it's like entry in.
And then like exiting.
And then paying for the exit to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Their elderlies don't pay for anything. So it makes sense.
See? All right. That makes sense.
I think that's one of them. I think the other one would be adding an extra day into Osaka because Universal Studios took up a day, so we didn't really explore it fully. So maybe my judgment of the delinquents was wrong, but I think adding an extra day there.
I mean, you also stayed in a certain spot.
Well, my husband did book that, so
yeah.
I think the other item is to figure out what the JR Pass covers.
Okay.
Because there's certain Shinkansen lines that's only for like Japanese commuter and it's faster. And we accidentally took that the first round.
Oh.
Because Google Maps was like, oh yeah, this
just
arrives here. Yeah. But in Google Maps, you can like change like
filter it out.
We didn't figure that out till much later.
After. Oh.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Do they charge extra or something when they find out?
They either one kick you out or charge you cash only, but they didn't figure us out.
Did you realize because there's a bunch of suits or something?
No, we realized because there's only Japanese people and there weren't any like
tourist
foreigners
looking.
So I was sitting there and I was like, my husband was like, we look like them. We'll be fine, right? And I was like, I don't know. Should we leave? And then the other thing that we started to do, which we didn't do early on, was like book reserved seatings for Shinkansen.
Oh,
so you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. There's basically like a vending machine where you do that at the stations.
Okay.
Yeah. That first one from Tokyo to Kyoto, I was stressed. I was running. I don't do cardio and I ran. I almost left my husband behind. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Kyoto by myself. See you never. See you next time.
Gosh. It's funny.
And then the other thing is, I think eating a little bit less convenience store for breakfast.
Oh.
So we had it for breakfast a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
is that more for like so you can eat more stuff down the line? Or just have less?
But like
to save money.
Japanese people, they don't eat breakfast.
Yeah.
The convenience store is their breakfast. So I think because a lot of stuff opens up at like 10 or 11 for them, which is like lunchtime. Because I think their big meals are like lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Okay.
Walking shoes. You need walking shoes.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah.
I was walking an average like 20,000 steps or more.
Holy
And
shit.
I was eating more than my husband. It was like every...
It's because you were finally expending energy.
Yeah, I know. Every 2 hours, I was like, I'm hungry.
It makes sense, yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I'm going to die.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
That's funny. Holy shit. And then if you don't have to tell how much you spent, but how much you... Because I've seen a lot of people recommend pricing, like for an average trip.
I would say...
Because I've seen the range on TikTok and like Reels. I'm like, I can't tell what's actually...
So here's the thing. The most expensive part of our trip was the flights.
Yeah.
Which I paid for. So that was just the most expensive part. I think in total... Actually, wait. I think I have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just, you don't have to tell like the full price.
I won't say
or
like
anything,
the average full price, but
like
I
or,
would
like,
say you have to at least save up like 7K.
7K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Total. That's like everything. Transportation, that's for...
Because have you seen that TikTok of someone's like, yeah, I spent like 20K? And I'm like, I was like, what do you mean 20?
No, you don't need 20.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what? So I saw like, and I'm sure that was just an outlier, but I think on average I've seen like 5 to like 8 or so.
That is a good, 5
Okay.
to 8. I would say 7, and that's like comfort.
Yeah, it sounds like
if you
it's
think
comfort where
about
you can
it-
like just kind of get extra stuff.
Yeah, get like
Do
extra
extra
stuff.
things.
Because if you think about it, both my husband and I, childless, so it's
Yeah.
like dual income.
Yeah.
We make like, we're like upper middle class. We're not like rich, but like we're up there. So
Yeah.
like think like comfortably like 7K is good enough.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen that TikTok where it's like 20K and I'm like, you are probably staying at like the nicest hotel.
Yeah, like the nicest stuff, right?
Which you don't need.
Yeah. I think you pay for convenience for like travel, right? In between.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Yeah.
the convenience
That's
part you
probably,
should I would dole out a little bit extra just for that. So.
Yeah. No. Yeah, flight was the most expensive.
Okay.
Oof. The flight was like a lot.
Yeah. I figured that was the case.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hijacked your hosting spot.
You did. But it's okay.
It makes more sense.
Because I'll be editing and dropping in some clips here and there. I don't know if I want to like hide my husband's face. I probably will. Because he's not very internet-y person.
Yeah, it's true. Can't confirm.
So, yeah, I'll probably just drop in a couple of our mukbangs that we did.
Yeah. Or just pictures is fine.
Yeah.
It's up to you. But
yeah.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
That's all I had.
Sounds fun.
It was fun. And now, Harrison's your turn to go in a couple years.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm waiting.
You're waiting. But thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, Threads, Facebook, NgoVo Convo, and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button. And subscribe. It's a big red button below me. The notification bell also. The like button, not the dislike button. All below me.
Yeah, just click going like from right to left. That's
yes,
the order.
that's the order. Let us know how we're doing. I know this episode was like everywhere.
For once a
everywhere.
podcast? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's true. a conversation between two people.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? But yeah, comment down below if you've been to Japan. If you have any other questions you want to leave for me that I can answer. Yeah, let us know how we're doing. What do you want to see next? We're actually in our like last couple episodes of 2023 too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. Yeah. But yeah, we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.